Hey everybody, welcome to the Antics and Goose show.
I'm Fancy Antics.
And I'm Trap Goose Gaming. This is kind of the show where we do everything and anything. We have a podcast together, which we release every second Friday. And then every the opposite Friday of that, we release a random short clip video. Sometimes short, sometimes longer, but it's just about random topics, random conversations, soon to be random challenges, random games together, stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
And always, guys, we want to hear from you. Leave your comments down below. Share what you liked about the video, and comment what you want to see for the next one with our suggestive comment segment. And that is exactly what this whole episode's about. What we just want to talk about, have essentially a great idea of a suggestion for gaming in particular. And it was for what games are we excited to see in 2021. So we kind of double check that, of course, just to kind of get some idea of what we're excited for. Kind of get an idea of the kind of games, but that we kind of get into in our heads what we're looking forward to. There's not a lot in 2021, probably because a lot of COVID, it's kind of slowed down with production and that kind of stuff. So I mean, everything we got, it seems to be a pretty short list. But then again, there's also games that might be out this year, might not be postponed and stuff like that that can still technically qualify. So yeah, let's I think get right into it, eh?
Sick. Well, I mean, I guess with me, I'll start with the first game I'm super excited for that comes out the day that this video comes out. It's called It Takes Two. It's a co-op game where if you guys don't work well together,
Cool.
you're not gonna be able to play.
Yeah, that comes out this week.
Yeah, it
What the
comes
fuck?
out
I
this
didn't
week.
know that.
Yeah, the day this video
Oh,
comes
geez,
out,
okay,
it'll
cool.
be out. Um,
Check.
and with
Are
that,
they
it
right?
was made by Hazelight, which you might know from A Way Out and Brothers:
Yeah.
A Tale of Two Sons.
Hmm.
So super competitive, competitive, cooperative
Yeah.
games.
Probably
Which
competitive.
right, exactly. Well, you might end up going Monopoly style, flipping some tables if your friend sucks at video games.
True. It's true.
But it looks like a blast. I'm excited. I'm probably gonna end up actually streaming that one.
That should be a good one too. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I didn't realize it was coming out so soon because it did look really cool. Like I played A Way Out, and it was pretty. Wasn't really a great game. Concept was kind of cool, but it was pretty
Yeah,
bleh.
I'm with you on that.
But yeah, but like this kind of style, like the whole creativity aspect of it and everything doing it, this look the story and the animation looks like a really cool concept, like a fairy tale almost in a way.
Yeah, like they're storybook characters almost.
Yeah, yeah. Storybook characters is a good way to put it. Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
I'm
that'll be cool.
super excited.
Who you playing it with?
I'm honestly not sure. I was gonna do it with Demi, but that one it's kind of like
Mm,
Demi's new work schedule and shit. It doesn't seem like it might work out with my
that'll be
schedule,
tough. Yeah,
but
right.
I think it's gonna be a blast. I don't even care who I play it with. I'm just excited for it.
Hmm.
And like A Way Out
Yeah, that should be
was a
pretty sweet.
cool concept, a cool story. I think the gameplay was
Hmm.
actually like the controls was kind of where that game lacked.
A fair bit. The, I don't know. That yeah, I think it was being the kind of the first of its kind in a lot of ways. It just did a lot. Like it took a lot of just weird decisions on what to do. But yeah, the choices and stuff like that. But like you have the controls were one of them for sure. It's just a lot of weird stuff. And then the interactivity was like cool, but also I don't know. I don't know. It felt like so much of it wasn't necessary. I don't know. But the little challenges to try to get by certain areas was kind of cool. I wish it was kind of a bit more challenging than that. It seemed a bit too
Hmm.
easy, very too much of a narrative. Just it's like you're just
Very
walk,
guided.
just walking just to go to the next thing. Very guided. Yeah, too
Well,
good.
yeah. Well, so what are you excited for? What's one of the games you're hyped for?
Well, probably one that I know that would definitely come out this year. I mean, barring any postponements, but it's supposed to is Back for Blood.
Oh shit.
So basically, yeah, that one I'm looking forward to. Made by Turtle Rock Studios, so it's basically for all intents and purposes Left 4 Dead 3. Because
Hmm.
I guess you probably saw it and stuff like that, like in that kind of mass zombie apocalypse, used to kill zombies, that kind of stuff. Uh, but not made by Valve, made by Turtle Rock, maybe on their behalf. I don't actually know. But Valve never makes a third game in any
Ever.
series ever. Like within the sequel of it, kind of thing like that. Except for maybe I guess Half Life Alex is just kind of in there, but like they always have like there's never the third game
Yeah.
um, of anything for whatever weird ass reason. But so this is for all intents and purposes that though, like the if not if not a spiritual successor, it does appear to be more than that. But Left 4 Dead, I had a blast with those first two games. They were so much fun. All the support that went into them and play like that, and just play with your friends. Because I don't know how this one's going to be, what kind of steps are going to take, and how different it is, or whatever. But if it's at all a similar concept, like it was so much fun. Like the campaign was cool, like the challenge missions were cool.
Yep.
The verses was really really cool. Like that was a lot of fun to just working with your friends to either survive and plan against whether your enemies were going to be using what's super infected, and then or playing as the super infected. That was such a cool game and good game. And I wish
Yeah.
forever they had a third one or something like that. And now they do.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that game as well. Like when I first seen a trailer for it, I literally freaked out because they show you the gameplay and everything before they really announce the what it was. I thought it was Left 4 Dead. I was like, no fucking way, this isn't happening.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I
Yeah.
was like, I was
Yep.
mind blown, and then I was like, fuck. I'm like, but it looks so good, so fucking
Yep.
good.
It does. Yeah.
Um,
They
and
seem to have like similar like super infected other ones too, but kind of a redoing things like that one big creature in the trailer looks it's kind of like the tank, but also not. So I mean, definitely like redesigns on a few different things. So that's pretty cool.
yeah, no, I'm definitely really, really, really
Yeah.
excited for that, and I like games like that, especially co-op games. That's kind of where I really have a lot of fun.
Yeah, true. I guess just like the It Takes Two, it's another game that's based heavily on co-op. You know.
Yeah, shit. I mean, the Left 4 Dead series is by far one of the best series ever made. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. I don't think it is was like it's a popular game, but I don't think it was ever as popular as it should have been.
yeah, no, I
Like
definitely
release that
felt
game
that.
brand new nowadays. Yep.
And well, let's face it, if they
Yeah.
released a third one, it would definitely be the biggest probably game Valve ever released.
Yeah.
That or
Well,
Half Life 3.
third anything, but yeah, yeah. That's never happened, but
Um,
uh,
well, and I guess with the second game, I'm really excited for. It's going to be a complete polar opposite of what we just talked about, and it's the new Pokemon Snap game that's coming out.
yeah, I'll definitely agree with that too. That'll be cool. Definitely on my list for sure.
Well, and I hope I hope it's not like a
Um,
remake. They haven't really released a whole bunch about it, and I'm just kind of hoping that
mhm.
it's not just a remake of the first one, essentially, which is just newer Pokemon. You know?
I- yeah, exactly. I mean, it seems different. I mean, obviously with the new Pokemon, so first one was really cool, but very it's mostly just nostalgic. It's very lackluster for the game that they could have been. It had
Well,
151 Pokemon at the time, but you had like 30 in the game. So
yeah.
it's like hopefully they add more areas, more diversity or something like that. Place you can go, secrets, DLC obviously would be pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, I mean, like newer
it had the
vehicles
idea the
stuff.
game has so much potential.
Yeah, yeah, like
Yeah,
that's kind of what
yeah,
I'm feeling.
exactly. Like that kind of stuff. Yeah,
And
yeah. Maybe you have to like upgrade your camera or something like that as you go for different
yeah,
kinds
that'd
of
be kind of
shots.
yeah,
Like if you like you have
exactly.
to bring a lens with you for like distance shots or like up
That'd be
close, so
kind
maybe
of a
like for
cool way.
like a
Yeah,
microscopic kind of lens. Yeah.
yeah.
And
The
it's like,
way
oh yeah, there's something over there. Clearly, I'll have to remember to bring that next time or some shit. I don't know.
that's kind of what I was just thinking because in the first one where you had to like in the water, you had if you took a long distance shot of the Lapras in like the first level, it was like special, right? Like it was really good rewards and shit. So if they do shit like that, right, and because of the power of the Switch comparative to the N64, it
Yeah,
will be a completely different experience.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because there'd be so much you could do with the Switch. I mean, it's got like the most capabilities of it. Maybe using the augmented reality side of it. Oh, like you could just really lots you can do. I was just thinking too because of like online stuff, obviously, and live connections you can do, like have it also keeps people coming back to it in a way slightly like Animal Crossing, where you have different Pokemon that only come out at certain times of year, or if the weather's
Oh,
like that, like Pokemon Go, where like
yeah.
it's snowing or it's Halloween, so you're
Oh,
gonna have ghost Pokemon on Halloween come up where they weren't before, like shit like that,
oh,
or
that'd be kind of
legendaries
cool.
like Darkrai comes up on Halloween. Yeah,
Shit,
like
yeah.
that kind of shit.
Shit.
So
Well, damn. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I'm really really excited for it. What's the next game you think you're excited for?
Um, Probably like the ones that like because I really love the series before is probably um the Suicide Squad game
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because I like the idea of the Suicide Squad. Like the comics are good, the movie sucks, but whatever. But like the trailer for that was really cool. That's City who made all
Batman
the
games.
Arkham games, Batman Arkham games. And they saw like the Arkham Legends or whatever Arkham Knights. I don't remember. Like, what's the new one called? The other one they're making too, either before or after this. I'll probably get that too. That would like, be pretty good, but it seemed pretty lackluster in a way. Like just more of a rehash in the trailer they had, whereas it seems like there's more being put into the Suicide Squad. Um, so which is called Suicide Squad kills the Suicide Squad kill the Justice League essentially. So cool premise. It seems to have the theme of what Justice League is. Great cast and the voice actors and everything like that. So and if it's like Dark Games with its own new spin by playing as villains, I think it'll be a fantastic game.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely really excited for it. Rocksteady doesn't make a bad game.
No,
Even their
no, they
what
don't.
was it? Arkham Knight was
There's
their last one, right?
yes,
And that one wasn't even that bad, and it was
yeah, it
considered the
was.
worst out of the
Yeah,
trilogy.
exactly. Yeah, it was still really good. A lot of twists, a lot of fun, decent ending. Um, but yeah, because I always like the element they do is because Batman has a ton of villains, even more than even that they didn't include. But like, so you'd always play the game and you'd start going across the whole detective missions and figuring out what's going on with something or things would come up, and you'd have those types of villains come up, and you might kind of see it coming a bit of who you're going up against. And you can probably do that a lot with Suicide Squad too, because there'd be so many random D-list villains you might pop across and see or something like that. Um,
Yeah,
or other heroes, of course, that you're going to come up against and maybe have to take down or something, whatever they're doing with that. So because now you have essentially the entire DC universe to use, not even just Arkham.
yeah,
Uh,
you're right. Yeah,
so yeah,
and it'd be very easy to spin that off and do a sequel of some sort, or use one of the Suicide Squad characters for their own game. Or it's a really smart
yeah,
idea. It's
very
really
much so.
really smart.
Yeah, and add more characters added to it. If there's going to be more than before they show Suicide Squad is technically more like there's a lot of people in the group, depending on what series. So there's a lot more DLC you could potentially have for characters to play as too. So who knows?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I can't believe I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. But all good. I mean, it's somewhat forgettable to a degree, but we'll see. It's still going to be out for quite a while. I think it like later this year or 2022 maybe, but
Yeah,
still
I heard it's supposed to
nothing
be
set in
like
stone.
fall, so hopefully it doesn't get pushed
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows?
But
And yeah, what do you
the
got for a
so
third?
my third is Knockout City. It's basically like
Knockout City.
seems like a Splatoon for other consoles. It's dodgeball, but like
Okay.
in a shooter sense. So it's like kid friendly, but like seems super fun. And like
Hmm.
the trailers look like it would be one of those games like like the level of how much fun we have with Gang Beasts and like Brawlhalla and stuff on stream. It would be like one of those games where we just get together and just everyone has a really good time. We're all funny, laughing, and it seems like that's what really excites me. It's not definitely not something I don't think I would pick up and play solo, but like with a big group of friends, it would be a lot of fun.
Right. Yeah. That again, like another one of those good friendly co-op games because that's a lot of the ones you play too.
Hmm
or we played with the Gang Beasts and Brawlhalla and stuff like that. Those types of games are just always a blast with more people, of course.
Well, and it's
So fitting.
it's nice, lighthearted fun, right? Like it's if you aren't sitting there, you know, in a colorful world where it looks like a lot of fun and you're calling your friends names, it's I don't know how if it's really that fun, you know?
Mhm. Well, I mean, fun to me. I'm
Yeah.
calling the names.
Yeah, but yeah, it just looks super fun. Like, kind of gives me like Rocket Arena vibes. I don't know if you've ever played that one.
No.
Oh well, damn. Okay, so that one is published by EA. So is Knockout City. So I think they took some of the good features from Rocket Arena and they're putting it into Knockout City.
Okay, makes sense. Hmm.
And there isn't a whole lot released. I think there's like a trailer, but it's supposed to be out in May.
Uh, that's not bad though. It's only
Mm,
months away. Yeah, cool.
yeah. So
Good.
what do you got for your third?
Third for moi would be so definitely I mean probably not a 2021 game. Would be because I love the concept would be Skull and Bones. Um, if we could even still call it upcoming and not just indefinitely canceled because he freaking knows the Ubisoft still keeps saying that yeah it's working on it keeps renewing shit. So Skull and Bones is basically a pirate game. Um, uh, f- uh, but fictional story from what I understand, and but takes the whole mechanic from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag with the whole pirate ship stuff like that, and because it was really popular for that mechanic, using that as a full pirate game of its own thing that's outside Assassin's Creed. But for some reason, it's just constantly postponed, pushed back. Despite even putting like story trailer and stuff like that and showing some mechanics back in the past, it's just been delayed. Which I'm not totally sure why. Like Ubisoft basically just is like I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm with them and stuff like that, but they put so much focus and probably all the resources in constant Assassin's Creed, probably because it's it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it's just go, go, go. Similar
Yeah,
aspect of what EA does with, or sorry, EA Activision does with Call of Duty. But yeah, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, they do make good games. Like they're not low budget games, and they put a lot more effort into them than COD. But like, still, I don't know. It's like the base engine was already there, so they're gonna have that. But I love games. I love people who know me. I love Sea of Thieves. I love like the pirate era of things, like the whole concept. Love the movies like Pirate the Caribbean stuff like that. It's just a kind of cool
Captain Phillips.
timeline. Yeah, that kind of shit. Like it's Captain for me, Captain Morgan.
uh,
So
yeah, Peter
but
Pan. Anything with about pirates
yeah,
it's his
yeah,
own.
there you go. Yeah, Captain Hook.
um, but
Yeah,
it really looks just like a more realistic version of Sea of Thieves. Those are the kind
it
of vibes
does.
I
Yeah,
get from that. Like it doesn't seem as cartoony, and
true.
but it seems like because I can't get into Sea of Thieves personally.
Mm.
Obviously you know this. You've tried playing with me. I literally sit there and I make my guys sleep on the sails while you guys are sailing around destroying shit.
Hey,
Um,
well, that's fine. You sleep on the sails. You're still doing more than our other guy that plays with us.
oh yeah,
Stu.
Zigrim over there, just lighting our ship on fire while we're trying to do shit or flooding it or yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That's one reason I don't play that game.
Yep.
Shout out to Zigrim for being a
Yeah.
dick. Maybe he'll
Yeah.
actually watch this video and he'll see it. Um, but
Yeah.
no,
Exactly.
it looks like a fun game and it definitely looks like something I would actually play. Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. It could be too because you played Assassin's Creed 4, right? So
no, I
you're
didn't.
familiar with at least. You didn't? I thought we had this conversation. You have? Well, what the fuck?
I stopped after three.
Yeah.
The second one, the
Okay.
first
Well,
one
then you
was
stopped at the
mediocre.
wrong time.
The second one
Yeah.
was pretty good. The third one was pretty good.
Yep.
And then I kind of just lost
It. Oh
interest,
my god.
and then I was like, "Fuck,
If
okay,
you thought the third one was pretty good, Black Flag is the best. You should play that on the stream one of these days. Do that. Go back.
go back and play all the
God, it was
Assassin's
fucking
Creed
blast.
games."
The really cool mechanic. No, just 4. So I'm pretty sure it was remastered for 1
Uh,
or put into it. I don't know something. I think it was
I
something
play I
like the
played
third. But
Assassin's Creed Syndicate. a little bit. Didn't make it too far into it
And you
because
played
I know I skipped. I
no.
skipped. I skipped.
Fuck.
I skipped. But
That was
it's
like the buggiest one.
but it's
Ugh.
also I think what my issue was with the Assassin's Creed
I don't know,
games
those
is those
games.
games should not be forced out the way they are.
No, exactly. I
Like
rinse and repeat.
even as a streamer, it's like watching people's streams and it's like okay, it's like very similar and yes, they've gone different ways with them here or there, but it's like
Mhm.
it's just
Yeah,
you can't overdo a story game like that.
yeah. No, I totally agree. Um, but yeah, like if you were like what? So obviously you don't know the exact context then because like with Black Flag, so Sea of Thieves, you're the person, you're the guy, the pirate, and you're doing all the motions of the ship. You have to fix shit. You drop the anchor, you raise the sails, you adjust the sails, steer, fire the cannons personally, that kind of shit. And get off the ship. Whereas in Black Flag, it's not like that. So you're a person will go around on like being an assassin, doing that kind of shit. But when you're on your ship and sailing, you are the ship. Like your crew does everything for you automatically. So you're just basically steering the ship, choosing what cannons you want to fire, forward cannons, side cannons, all this shit and stuff like that, and upgrading your ship. So using those mechanics instead, like you have your controller is full control of the vessel.
So you don't
But that's how it's
control
going to be with
you.
Skull and
You
Bones.
control the boat.
The whole thing, yeah. And I think Skull and Bones is supposed to be more of a heavier mechanic that would require a bit more strategy and also multiplayer because that wasn't a thing for Black Flag. But like, yeah, like you can choose what cannons you're going to load and switch them over and stuff like that. And maybe you'd have to, judge your resources and how you're doing and tell your crew what to do in Skull and Bones. I don't know how complex it would be, but it was far easier in Black Flag than Sea of Thieves is technically. Like Sea of Thieves takes a lot more co-op and
You know,
like
but
strategy, I think, than Black Flag did. But
yeah, no,
yeah,
and I know that like I know when I seen the first like story trailer or whatever, it was supposed to be very similar to Black Flag, and I mean I watched a lot of shit on Black Flag,
yeah,
but like it just I lost interest in the Assassin's Creed series, and then I tried getting into five because literally I lived one of my buddies lived with me and he actually had it. I was like, yo, let me try it, and then eventually I actually ended up somehow owning three different copies of Syndicate and played it for probably a total of 2 hours. I had it for my
yeah.
PlayStation
No, it's
4, my Xbox One, and I think I had it digitally for my Xbox One as well. It was just like a weird chain of events that I had somehow had three copies of one game.
right.
Um, but yeah, no, Assassin's Creed is just not my jam anymore. So hopefully, Skull and Bones is a lot better,
Hopefully,
or at least sell
guess
it
we'll
to
see.
like Disney and let them make a fucking Pirates of the Caribbean game or some shit. Because the mechanics look really cool.
Yeah, yeah, I can do it that way. I wouldn't mind that or something.
So one thing I think we should mention is some of the games that we're not sure exactly if when they're coming out or if they're coming out this year. Um, Halo Infinite,
That was one of them.
super exciting game. I mean,
Yep,
it looks really cool. One of the other ones I
yep.
was really excited for, Lord of the Rings, the Gollum game,
Mm-hmm.
which seems super
That
fucking
looks
a
pretty cool.
unique
Yep.
spin on Lord of the Rings
Mm-hmm.
games. And then there's Hogwarts Legacy, which it's
Oh
like
yeah,
from what I understand, it's an open world Harry Potter game. If y'all know me, you know I fucking
yeah.
obsessed with Harry Potter. So if I get to be fucking running around Hogwarts, fucking evaporating people,
That would be a very good universe to make an open world game for.
right?
Like an excellent one like that. Yeah,
And then the
yeah.
DLC, right? You just think about it; it's endless because you could go to all the different
Mhm.
schools. So they could literally release a DLC for each of the magical schools in the world,
You could. I mean, yeah, you could do so much, whether it's original or just touching on certain things. Yeah, very much so.
but
Um, is it like is it solo open world or is it co-op or
they haven't released a whole shit ton of stuff about it.
more?
So I'm not sure on that, but I'm
Mm,
assuming it's gonna be single player with some sort of like multiplayer aspect to it. And I mean, we can hope anyways, right?
yeah, because I feel like you could do it with some co-op. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And then, I mean, they're remastering
Hopefully we
GTA
can.
5 for the 800th time.
Actually,
Yeah,
for
they're doing it for
for
the Series X and the
Series
Series
X
S.
and shit.
And I'm actually looking
I
up
mean,
right
I
now
guess.
the Hogwarts Legacy.
I think with some ray tracing, that would be
Oh
pretty
yeah,
cool,
you
though.
create your
Could do
own
that.
character, go through sorting ceremony, journey, yada yada. So yeah, it
Mhm,
was
mhm.
dated for 2021, delayed into 2022, and it looks like Lord of the Rings is actually the same. It's delayed into 2022 as well. So
Yeah.
who fucking knows? We're also supposed to get a new Rainbow Six this year.
Yeah, and it's what, Rainbow Six Parasite? Is that what it is?
Quarantine.
Quarantine. Okay, yeah. Because I heard
Perfect.
that one was like, because what? Sorry, quarantine's like something to do with zombies and stuff, or no? I
I
guess.
believe so. Okay, hang on. Let me quickly look up a reading on it. It's
Yeah, because I feel like I thought that it was pushed back before and it was canceled, and then it was like brought back or something, or like confirmed it wasn't.
okay.
Um,
So it looks
so
like
obviously
Rainbow
another thing
Six
Ubisoft's working on.
Quarantine is a 3-player tactical co-op game that pits your squad against deadly parasite.
Ye-
Quarantine is built on the foundation of Rainbow Six Siege. That's all it really says. So I'm assuming it's very similar. It's probably like zombies level of fucking tactical.
Still another game that's being held back in the wake of Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Whatever. Yep.
Yep. Fucking Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, seriously. Like, imagine all the games we get if we didn't have that.
And like one thing that I might actually end up buying a PS5 for is the God of War game, Ragnarok.
Because that's the next one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks some of like the stuff I've seen, like screenshots and shit. It looks crazy.
Mm.
And well, fuck. I'm just excited for video games. I love video games.
Exactly. Just games to play. Should be fun.
Yeah, and shit.
Mm.
On that note, I think that's the video right there, guys.
Just about. I think so. That's it. That would be the Antics and Goose show.
This guy right here on my left is Fancy Antics on YouTube.
And this guy on my right, if he's not fucking with me, is Trap Goose Gaming.
Yeah, as well. So make sure you guys tune in every Friday. We're releasing a new video. If it's not a podcast, it's a random video, something like this in the shorter format. Make sure you guys leave your comments below. And we also, as well, stream live on Twitch every second Tuesday. Every podcast, as of right now, is going to be done live on Twitch on my Twitch channel, Trap Goose Gaming. So if you guys want to check us out live and be active in the chats and let us know what you kind of want us to do, hit us up on there.
Yep.
And that is it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share it with your friends.
Woohoo.
Thank you, guys. Love you.
Love you guys.